Alrighty, what's up, motherfuckers? Peter Gilmore here for another video right here on the former home of the Gilmore Chronicles, now known as the Shadows Lair. And I'd like to welcome you all once again inside the Shadows Lair. It's very dark, very evil, so be prepared. Be prepared to get scared. And that rhymes. But anyway, thanks you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels, which are in my pants, down in the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're real. If you're not, get out of here. And pretty much it. Share the video all over the internet, but most importantly, tap that bell, turn on all notifications so you never ever miss an upload. And if you do, well, fuck you. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So, like the video, hit that subscribe button down below, follow me on social media, and share the video. And don't forget to hit that bell, because it's there, kind of there for a reason. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, the old man beard is still here. Well, I'm going to try to get it done tomorrow. Before I go out. I have to go out tomorrow with the missus, so I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. If not tomorrow, probably definitely Monday. So this will be gone by Monday. So for Monday Night Raw, I'll be looking good. Well, I still look good. But I digress on that. And we move on. Alright, so on this Saturday evening, February the 4th, 2023, we got Nxt Vengeance Day 2023 coming your way in about 2 hours from now. Should be a pretty damn good show. And get to that a little bit. I'll be watching it live with the beautiful princess herself, Issa, and everybody. So should be a good show tonight. And that's pretty much it's the final stop before the next NXT pay-per-view, if you will, Stand and Deliver 2023 coming your way on WrestleMania weekend, probably the afternoon of night 1 of WrestleMania 39 from SoFi Stadium, but they haven't really announced it yet, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be April 1st or April 2nd, whatever the I think it's April 1st, April Fool's Day. Go figure that one out. Somewhere in Los Angeles, California. Yeah, maybe they can get the Staples Center for NXT TakeOver. Well, Stand and Deliver, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So we got that coming up in a little bit. And we'll move on from there. Alright, so hope you all had a great Saturday, wherever you may be. If you're in the Northeast, it is cold as balls. Well, not so much today, because I woke up today, it was 4 degrees right here in Brooklyn, New York, and right now it's 23. So the temperature is going up. It's going to be going up all through the night and all through tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be near 50. So, from 4 to 50. Crazy. This bipolar winter is weird. I mean, it's going to be around 50 to close to 60 on Friday. 60. I mean, yesterday it was really 36 and then dropped all the way down to 4. And now, this coming Friday is going to be 60. Well, we're supposed to get rain Thursday and Friday, so it's going to probably go back down next weekend. That's Valentine's Day weekend, by the way. So we got that. But, you know, I looked at the long-range forecast. I think probably around President's Day, we may get snow. A little bit too late there, but, you know. Maybe getting some snow. I looked at the temperatures. It's going to be like around 40, 42. So I might get a little bit of snow. I mean, we did get like a trace of snow this winter, and that was like a couple of days ago. But I woke up and was like, oh crap, it snowed. There's snow on the ground. I was like, when did it snow? I was like, oh right. And then it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was like this much of snow on the ground. I'm like, don't have to shovel. That's the good thing about it. If you get like an inch of snow, it'll go away in like a day, like the day of or the next day. So it is what it is. But I woke up. There was a little bit of snow on the ground. I was like, I'm not shoveling this. I don't have to put ice melt on or anything. So the day went, and like 2 hours later, there was no snow on the ground. It all melted. But we haven't had snow this entire winter, and we got thanks to the fucking hedgehog, 6 more weeks of this crap. So basically by the time we get to the end of March, which is the official start of spring, I think it's March 21st, I believe, spring will start. But you never know. Spring sometimes it'll snow in spring. I'm like, it ain't winter yet, But it is what it is. The temperatures are not going to be that bad going into March, which is good. I'm all for that, but as long as it's not like it was yesterday and part of today, that's great. But if you're in like upstate New York, or you're in Connecticut or Boston, Massachusetts, you're living in an not icicle. You're living in an igloo right now because it's like minus 30 degrees. Sucks to be you. And even in Mount Washington, I think that's upstate New York, the wind chill is minus, mind you, minus 102. I think the apocalypse is coming, ladies and gentlemen. I think the apocalypse is coming. We're getting, weather we've never seen before, like 1 in a million wind chills, 1 in a million storms and all this crap. Even California had like 14 storms and back to back to back to back. It was crazy. It felt like California turned into Seattle in like the span of 2 weeks. Crazy. It is crazy, the weather. The weather in the world is just crazy. They just shot down that fucking Chinese balloon today. Thank the Lord they did that. Biden gets a briefing, and then he made the decision to shoot down that goddamn balloon on Wednesday. He made the order on Wednesday. 2 days later, it's gone. It's gone. And it got shot down off the coast of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So it went from China all the way around Alaska into Montana, Montana, and then it went through Missouri, and then the first one got shot down off the coast of South Carolina, and the other one that was spotted in Latin America, I think in Colombia. Those goddamn Chinese idiots wanting to steal our stuff and want to spy on us. At least Biden did something right and shoot that goddamn thing down. Even though there were people, he was like kind of hesitant at first, like, oh, it's not a priority. And then you got guys like Trump like, shoot it down, it's gonna be huge. Well, finally, you listen to his, military people. It's like, we gotta shoot this down. And thankfully, they shot it down over water. Because that would have been bad if it was over civilians and stuff. That would have been really bad. But, well, at least, thankfully, that's done. But the tensions between the United States and China are just crazy right now. And I read a report. I'm probably going to get hit with misinformation. Fuck you, YouTube. But this report saying that World War III might hit in 2025. I'm just going by what I read. But yeah. I keep saying global nuclear thermal war is coming, and it might come pretty damn soon. Especially with the war going on in Ukraine and Russia, still kind of going on and off here and there, but I'm not going to talk about that. Just craziness. Craziness in this goddamn world. But it is what it is. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about that crap. I want to talk about something better, and that's professional wrestling. The sport. professional wrestling. And once again, welcome into the Shadows Lair. My name is Peter Gilmore, if you didn't know that by now. And welcome to episode number 55, Double Nickels, of the Shadows Lair series. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. And all that crap. And don't forget to follow me on social media as well. By the way, if you are following me on Twitter, and you want to get interactive with me on my main Twitter is kind of blocked right now because Twitter, Elon Musk is a bitch. And I got sent to Twitter jail for a week over just a ridiculous freaking tweet. That wasn't even a tweet; it was a comment. Because I watched a video of these teenagers beating the crap out of a 9-year-old girl on a bus. I was like, dude, if that was me, I would beat the fuck out of that kid. What is wrong with the world? And then, Twitter's like, oh, you can't say that. No, that's offensive. Freedom of speech, asshole. So, Elon Musk, you can suck a fat one. But anyway, if you want to get in touch with me on Twitter, you have to go to my backup, the Prophecy channel on Twitter to get interactive with me and follow me when I do my live tweets for Raw, NXT, Dynamite, Rampage, SmackDown. So that's going to be going on from tonight through part of next week. I get my main channel back hopefully on Friday night, right around when SmackDown goes on the air. So I will put the link to my backup Twitter account in the description box below. So there you go. Alright, I talked for 12 minutes, and I got to do these predictions because the show's coming up in about an hour and a half. Anyway, so on episode 55 of The Shadows Lair, it is time for your 2023 NXT Vengeance Day predictions. NXT Vengeance Day 2023 comes your way live tonight at 8 p.m. on Peacock. From the arena in Charlotte, North Carolina. Where was this at? At the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, that's North Carolina, as Kenny Omega would say. But we got that. So finally, NXT is going back on the road with pay-per-views. Hopefully, eventually, we'll see NXT getting out of the Performance Center. Well, it's the Capitol Wrestling Center. Well, I don't know. Well, for NXT tapings and house shows, maybe they'll finally get out of Florida and go to New York or something like that. Excuse me, but finally they're gonna do their first pay-per-view out of the Capitol Wrestling Center, and I would assume, like I said, Stand and Deliver will be in LA because it's WrestleMania weekend, and then from there, all the NXT big pay-per-views. Well, most of them will probably be outside of the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. I think the only ones that will probably be inside the Capitol Wrestling Center will might be Vengeance Day. Oh, not Vengeance Day, sorry. Halloween Havoc. Stuff like that. So, but we'll move on from there. That's it. Alright. So let's get to this shindig and let's not waste any more time. Alright, so we got 6 matches on the card. Usually we get 5 matches for a takeover. We usually get 5. And some pre-show matches that we used to get, but now we don't get that. But since on the last show, Deadline, we had 5 matches. Now we got 6 matches, so they kind of upped 1. That's kind of cool. But, probably be 2 hours, at most 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. I don't think it's going to go full 3, but usually NXT goes about around 2 hours, a little 2:15, 2.5 at most. But we got all that. And a bag of chips. So let's get into these predictions, and that's it. Alright, this time I'm going to go from top to bottom. Because usually I go from bottom to top, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to take it from, as always, the Wikipedia page. And let's begin. Alright, so we're going to start off with a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. And it's going to be Roxanne Perez, or Roxy, defending against Toxic Attraction, those gorgeous ladies of Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. And basically a 2-on-1 handicap title match. So Roxy finally defending the belt. And Gigi and JC won the Battle Royal to see who would face Roxy. They eliminated themselves. They basically did a Luger Bret Hart 1993-94 Royal Rumble ending. So they did that. And then, over the last couple of weeks, we saw kind of like what we thought was a breakup between Toxic Attraction. But as we saw last week, not this past week, last week, during the contract signing, Gigi and JC were like, I hate you, you carried me, I did this, I was the backbone of this group. Very jaw-jacking at each other. But it was all a swerve, and Roxy's like, these girls are going to break up. I'm going to easily win. Wrong. So Gigi and JC beat the fuck out of Roxy and put her through a table right in front of her mentor, Booker T. Sucker. So we had that. Then we saw this past week, Gigi and JC seemed to be kind of still on good terms, even though there was a little bit of teasing there. And then Roxy just got fed up and then left the interview area because it was a sit-down interview. And then she came in and attacked Gigi and JC, and then referees and agents had to pull them apart. So we got that. So this should be a pretty decent match. But I'm going to go with Roxy to retain because I don't think they're going to make her drop the belt so quick. I mean, she beat Mandy in January, about a month ago. They're not going to let her lose the title on her first defense. I don't think so. But you never know with WWE these days and with HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels running the ship. So we got that. So like I said, I'm going to go with Roxy to pick up the win. And that's pretty much it for that. After that, I don't know who's going to face Roxy next at Stand and Deliver. I was thinking maybe they finish off the Corey Jade saga, but Corey Jade's got her own problems with Wendy Choo Choo. But we'll see what happens with all that in a bag of chips, and that's it. So like I said, Roxy will retain. Move on. All right, then we go to match number 2. I think this is going to steal the show. This is probably going to be the best match of the night. 2 out of 3 falls match. We got Apollo Crews taking on the man who don't miss, and that's Carmelo Hayes with his good buddy Trick Williams at ringside. This is going to be a banger of a match. They fought before one-on-one, and I think Carmelo won that one. Then they had that tag match was Apollo and Axiom against Melo and Trick Williams, and Apollo pinned. I think he pinned he pinned Carmelo in that tag match, and Melo said, "You got a fluke," blah blah blah, and then that you had those vignette promos where they're inside the diner, Apollo seeing his visions again, and then Carmelo kind of and Trick kind of mess with Apollo. They kind of parody his visions and stuff. That was kind of funny. And then Apollo goes into the barbershop and then he makes fun of Carmelo and Trick in front of his friends at the barbershop. I think that's where they made the match. And then we saw a couple last week was this past week Apollo's in Charlotte and he's seeing visions again. Craziness. So like I said, I think this is gonna be a great match. This is really tough to freaking predict, but I'm gonna go with my gut, which usually wins out. So I'm gonna go with Carmelo Hayes to pick up the victory. I think he's gonna win in 3 falls. I don't think he's gonna be a sweep or anything like that. They're definitely going 3 falls. So I'm gonna go with Carmelo Hayes to pick up the victory. But if they go with Apollo, then I would hope they send Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams to the main roster and put them on SmackDown. But we'll have to see what happens with. all that. And we move on from there. So I got that. Looking at CNN because it's still talking about the fucking stupid Chinese balloon. Been on since like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon when this breaking news happened. And it's 6:18 now, Eastern time. They're still talking about the goddamn balloon. 99 love balloons. Da, da, da. Okay, I'm not gonna sing that great song by Nina, whatever her name is. Nina, I forget what it was. I forget who sings that. I know it's a great 80s song, but anyway, you move on. All right, so like I said, Carmelo Hayes will pick up the victory, but if they go with Apollo Crews, I hope Carmelo goes to the main roster. So I think he will. I think there's going to be a lot of NXT call-ups probably right after WrestleMania. Probably that Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania when they do the draft. There's going to be a lot of call-ups from NXT. I hope it's Carmelo. I hope it's Grayson Waller. Oh, he did, unless he wins the title tonight, which I think he will. I'll get to that match in a minute. Indy Hartwell, definitely. Zoe Stark, hopefully. But we'll have to see when we get to April. Right now, we have nothing. Basically. So we'll have to see. All right, so we move on. All right, after that, we get to match number 3. Another, our second women's match of the night. I thought this was going to be on NXT, but next week. But I guess they put it on the card tonight, or a couple of days ago, maybe. But anyway, for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship, we got the champs, those sexy dancing ladies of Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro. They take on the team of Fallon, don't call me Dawn Henley, and the beautiful Kiana James, who's going to have her virgin boyfriend, Brooks Jensen, at ringside. Josh Briggs will also be at ringside. So this should be a pretty, good match. Casey and Katana, the longest reigning NXT Women's Champions in NXT history, surpassing Toxic Attractions, I believe, last reign or the second reign, or the one before that, whatever it was. They're a pretty damn good tag team, but really have no challengers right now. But now they put Fallon Henley and Kiana James, who've been at each other's throats for the last couple months. They put them in a tag team. And, they're going for the tag team belts. Go figure that one out. And Fallon and Kiana are, like I said, have been at each other's throats. Kiana tried to get the bar from Fallon. They had that match. Fallon won. She kept the bar and everything. And now, since they're doing the Kiana James, Brooks Jensen, I'm going to steal his virginity angle or storyline or whatever it's going to be. Fallon's kind of like, jealous that Jensen is getting with Kiana because Fallon's like doesn't like her, and Briggs is like in the middle, like I'm happy for the guy, let him get it, let Kiana pop his cherry, suck his dick, all that good stuff. But it kind of reminds me of like all these tag teams that get put together and then they win the tag team belts and then they lose them like the next day or the next week or something like that, next month. We've seen that with like Shawn Michaels and Cena. I think it was Batista and Cena at one point. They were tag team champions and they lost them like the next week, something like that. But I think we're going to see something like that. So I'm going to go with Fallon Henley and Kiana James to win the NXT tag team belts. And I think, it might be Brooks Jensen's lucky night, if you know what I mean. I think he's finally going to lose his virginity in more ways than one. So he's gonna smack that sweet ass of Kiana James, and he's a lucky man. But I digress. So, like I said, Fallon Henley and Kiana James will win the NXT Women's Tag Team belts. Hopefully they hold it for a while, but I would probably see a rematch coming up. Hopefully they can hold the belts for like longer than a week. But we'll have to see. There's really like no. Well, the only other tag team I could see probably beating them would be either Tatum Paxley and Ivy Nile, or I'm thinking it's going to be Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, because now they're together, even though Isla's doing a mind possession angle with Alba Fire. So I would think that when Fallon Henley and Kiana James win, East of Dawn and Alba Fire are going to come right in. It's like, oh, we won our title match, and they're going to win. And then eventually, Alba Fire will break the mind control from East of Dawn. But that's another one you should go up to the main roster. Kaylee Ray. But we'll see what happens with that. So we move on with that. All right. Then we go to another tag team title match. That's for the men's tag team titles. The NXT, NXT tag team titles. We got the New Day of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. They take on the team of Gallus, of Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. Then we got the team that won on Tuesday in that triple threat triple threat match to get the fourth slot. That's Chase U of Mr. Chase, Andre Chase, and Duke Hudson with the lovely Thea Hale at ringside. And they're going to be taking on the Yes Boys, Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. I'm going to say it right now. I'm saying it right now. If they give it a Chase U, I'm going to be really fucking pissed. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. We're going to get new champions, because I think the New Day's run in NXT is going to end, and they're going to go back to the main roster, put back into that SmackDown Tag Team division, which is really nothing except for, the Viking Raiders, Shit Row, the team of Braun Strowman and Ricochet, who get a title match next week hopefully against the Usos, depending where Jey Uso is. Probably still on the highway in Atlanta. I don't know where he is. But I don't know what they're going to do next week unless Jimmy goes it alone, or they do the Freebird rule and it'd be Jimmy and Solo defending against Braun Strowman and Ricochet, and I think Jimmy and Solo will retain the titles. I really don't think they're going to split. Give the SmackDown belts to of all people, Braun Strowman and Ricochet. I mean, Braun has to carry a kid again. Oh, sorry. Ricochet. Sorry. But yeah. In any case, how much time I got? Oh, I got to finish this up. So I'm gonna go with. As much as I want the Yes Boys to win for the third time, I'm going to go with Gallus to win the NXT Tag Team titles. And then I think Gallus and the Yes Boys will relive their feud from NXT UK and go back and forth, not back and forth with the titles, but, have another match probably going all through February into March and maybe finishes at Stand and Deliver, but we'll see. We got that. So Gallus will be your new NXT Tag Team Champions. Hopefully they don't give it to Chase U. I will be fucking pissed. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, then we go to the NXT North American Championship. We have the crazy man himself, Wesley. Not Wes, well, his name is Wesley, but anyway. Desmond Xavier. So Wesley takes on the Big Boss Man 2.0, otherwise known as Dominic Dijak. It should be a good match. Dijak winning the number one contendership to Wesley's title. They had that thing on this past Tuesday with Wesley and Dijak. Dijak's like, you could have just handed me the title, but you decided to be a big man and stuff like that. Bottom line, Wesley's like, I'm gonna rise above. I'm John Cena. I'm gonna rise above, and I'm gonna beat you. Show I'm not a fluke and stuff like that. I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm gonna go with Dijak to win. But then again, Tony, my good friend Tony D'Angelo, my cousin Tony D'Angelo, and Stax are waiting in the wings. And I remember Stax said that he took care of something, and then he took care of another thing. So it might be, Tony D might be put in the match. Maybe Stax was put in the match. Maybe it's a fatal four-way. I don't know. Either we find out tonight or we find out on Tuesday what Stax did. The underboss, what he did. What he took care of. Let's put it that way. And that's it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with. I think Wesley's gonna win. But I think my gut is gonna say. My gut says Dijak is gonna win. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So, I think there's going to be a lot of title changes tonight. I think the well, definitely the men's tag team championship, the women's tag team championship, and possibly the world title, and maybe the North American title. I think the only title that will be retained is Roxy's women's championship. That's it. All right, so we're gonna end off with the NXT World Heavyweight Championship being contested in a solid steel cage, brother. So we got the champ Braun Breaker taking on the man from Australia, mate. Oh, he did it, Grayson Waller. This is going to be a hellacious match. It's going to be a slobber knocker of a match inside that cage. Last time they fought was at Deadline, and that really stupid ending when the rope break not once but twice, and Braun retained via count out, which was so fucking stupid. You know, and then going back and forth. I mean, we saw like a week ago where they fought at ringside, and Braun Breaker got put his own self through the barricade. That was crazy. And then we saw Grayson and Braun fight. You know, last week we saw that. Or this past week we saw a video package. But is this going to be a hard-hitting match, a slobber knocker of a match? No blood, of course. We might see blood. I doubt it, but anyway, I'm going to go with Grayson Waller to win. It's his time. He has to win this match tonight. If he doesn't win, there's going to be a lot of people pissed off. I think Braun Breaker will be going to the main roster pretty soon. And I was thinking that when Braun Breaker goes to the main roster, he would be the one to beat Roman. Sorry, Issa, I have to be honest with you. But not Cody. I would think Braun Breaker would be a better choice than Cody to beat Roman. This ain't gonna be Sammy. Fuck Sammy, that biddy. But it is what it is. And that's it. Alright, so Grayson Waller's gonna win. There might be a really weird ending where the cage breaks. I think that might happen, but if not, I think Grayson might escape the cage, or he might pin Braun Breaker inside the middle of the ring, but we'll see. And we move on from there. Alright, so that is your NXT Vengeance Day predictions. Let me know what your predictions are in the comments section. Don't forget to smash that bell, turn on all notifications, don't miss a goddamn thing. Smash that like button, and smash that subscribe button, and all that good shit. So, that is it. I'm going to get ready for to watch the show on Issa's Watch Along, coming up in about under an hour from now. So I'm going to be doing that. I'll be hanging out with her and the gang and everybody. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to be pissed off. And that's it. I might be back later with my review of Vengeance Day, but we'll see. But if not, probably tomorrow, late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, I will do SmackDown on Rampage, and if I don't do it tonight, my NXT Vengeance Day review. That's it. Anyway, alright, I gotta go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peter Gilmer signing off. Peace.